Okay, who do I think's voicing Batman and Batman Arkham Shadow? Who do I think is... what do I think the plot is going to be? Well, basic plot, because we don't know much yet. And where do I think it's going to take place in the timeline? So, before I do anything, I gotta say again, guys, rest in peace to the legend Kevin Conroy. And yeah, it was tragic that we lost him so young. But rest in peace to Kevin. So obviously, I don't think Kevin Conroy is gonna voice Batman. One, because they would have announced that if he is or what was voicing Batman. I think they wouldn't have kept it a secret. But who do I think the three people that are the candidates to voice Batman? I think one is Roger Craig Smith. You guys have heard Roger Craig Smith if you guys have played Batman Arkham Origins, which in my opinion is an underrated game. Or you've heard him in Resident Evil as Chris Redfield. Or you've heard him in all the Sonic games and Sonic Powers, the animated show. But yeah, you've heard him in that. I think Bruce, if it's not Roger Craig Smith, I think it could be Bruce Greenwood. If you guys don't know who Bruce Greenwood is, he played Batman in Young Justice and I haven't talked about that show, but I think that's one of the best animated shows of all time, bro. So he could do it, or I don't think this will happen, but I gotta throw it out there because he has voiced Batman before. Jensen Ackles. You guys know how much I love Jensen Ackles' Batman. Like him and Kevin Conroy are like tied for the best voice of Batman for me. That's how much I love Jensen Ackles and Kevin Conroy as the character. So yeah, those are the three people that I think will voice or that could voice Batman. We'll find out more on June 7th, I believe, because they're gonna show like a full gameplay breakdown and stuff at Summer Game Fest, and we're probably gonna get the release date. So yeah, well, at least that's my theory because it said late 2024 on the trailer. So that's who I think could voice Batman. Those three people. Who do I think, or where do I think this game takes place in the Arkham timeline? So I have three different options for y'all. I either think it's a gap between Arkham Origins and Arkham Asylum, because there's an 8-year gap, right? Because Batman's 8 or 9 years in when Arkham Asylum starts, and he's year 2 when Arkham Origins starts. So I even think it could take place in that gap between those two games. Or I think it could take place between Arkham Knight and Suicide Squad, which would be a really cool opportunity to see. And it would kind of redeem Batman for what they did to him in Suicide Squad. But whatever. You guys know my opinions on Suicide Squad. I'm not going to get into it here. Or I think it could be a reboot. Like, not a soft reboot. Not like an entire reboot. Like a soft reboot. So like they have a fresh slate, so that more studios. Because this game isn't made by Rocksteady. It's made by Camouflage, the guys who made Iron Man VR. And the reason why I know that is, if you guys haven't seen yesterday's video where I where I for my first thoughts on this game and the trailer and stuff. I don't have an Oculus with I mean not I don't have a MetaQuest free, so I'm really thinking about getting one because there's a bunch of cool games for it. Um, so I've been googling the like best studios, and I've been looking up the device and stuff. And yeah, Camouflage are the guys that make Iron Man, made Iron Man VR, and that game I haven't played it. Uh, but that game looks great and fun to play, and it's fully voice acted, and it's 10 hours long, or 10 hours long. So that's what I expect out of this Batman Arkham Shadow game. Now, uh, where what do I think the plot will be? Well, if okay, so I gave you guys 3 different options for the timeline, so I guess I'll give you 3 different points where I think the plot could pick up. I think if it's if it's the gap game between Arkham Origins and Arkham Asylum, then it could be Batman Year 3, and he has a Robin, and Ratcatcher does something, and Batman is tracking him or her, whichever one they decide to use. And then I think there'll be other villains in it too. Like, I like the creative villain choice though of using Ratcatcher. Like, he's not a super well known villain. If you guys have seen Suicide Squad, James Gunn, who runs DC now, or one of the co-heads, did a great version of Ratcatcher, played by Danielle Mush. She's been in Guardians of the Galaxy, but her first name is Daniela. And it's Guardians of the Galaxy 3, and she did a great job. But I think it's gonna be Ratcatcher 1, not Ratcatcher 2. So what, or so that's one of the options. Like, he could be training a Robin and stuff like that if they said it in Batman Year 3 in the Arkham timeline. Or Year 4, whenever he has his first Robin. Option 2. Option 2 is that it takes place between Arkham Knight and Suicide Squad. And I have some really cool gameplay ideas for this one. Like you are the Bat, like stealthily going around taking people out with fear toxin, because if you guys have played Arkham Knight, he basically fakes his death and becomes Nightmare Batman. So I think that's one of the options, and then they can go dark with it too, which I think they will go dark. And what do I think this game will be rated? I think it will be rated an M, because the tone, like, there's no dialogue in the trailer, but the tone of the trailer looks like you're right back in, like, Gotham City, like, from Arkham Knight. So yeah, that's one avenue. And then if they reboot it, I have no idea where that plot's gonna go. I think you could or soft reboot it. You could do some pretty creative stuff, because right now I'm watching through the story that Camouflage does for the Iron Man game, and it is very, very interesting. I'll just put it that way. So I'm interested to see their take on this version of Batman. And who do I think the other villains could be that appear in this? Well, I would love to see Prometheus. I would love to see if it takes place between Arkham Origins and Arkham Asylum. I would love to see Scarecrow. I think Scarecrow would be great for a VR style game because right? And then I would love to see who's another villain that I would love to see? I guess Ra's al Ghul. Yeah, I would love to see Ra's al Ghul or Talia al Ghul in this, but it would probably be Talia because one of the endings of Arkham Knight is Ra's giving up the Batman Bruce blowing up the Lazarus pit. Yeah, so those are my theories on Arkham Shadow, Batman Arkham Shadow. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you did, please subscribe, like, and share. And thank you for helping me reach 185 subscribers. And yeah, if you guys like that style of content, please let me know. And yeah, and I hope you have a great night. Sorry for the long video. I'm just really passionate about Batman. So